You call it hard work. I call it self-sabotage. You're doing everything, but profiting nothing. Tell me if you can relate to Sarah. See, Sarah was the go-to electrician in her city, right? She prided herself on answering all phone calls, whether it was at 6 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock at night. She ordered all the materials. She was on every job site. She was handling all the invoicing, everything. The problem was that Sarah went weeks without taking a day off. Sure, she didn't regularly schedule jobs on Saturday or Sunday, but you and I both know the phone doesn't stop ringing. And so she would answer the phone, working 12 to 14-hour days. And guess what happened? Mistakes, problems. Then a wiring job ran behind schedule. Why? Because she forgot to order the right parts. And then that caused billing to get delayed. And then that ultimately killed her cash flow. Then she missed a meeting with a potential new client because she was in the crawl space fixing a short circuit. And that big potential commercial contract that could have gone her way went somewhere else. And where did Sarah end up? Exactly where you are. Exhausted, losing money, and ultimately ready to throw in the towel. At some point, you, just like Sarah, have to realize that you're self-sabotaging your own business because you refuse to delegate. One of the biggest misconceptions that contractors have is believing that they have to handle all of the tasks inside of their business to maintain quality. And what does that lead to? Burnout, missed opportunities, issues, problems, capped growth, because you can't focus on what you should be focusing on, which are the revenue generating activities. Now, for some contractors, this happens at the $300,000 to $400,000 a year mark. For some contractors, you're pushing 7 figures. It doesn't matter where it happens. But what matters is that it happens, and it happens to every contractor. You see, at some point, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to learn to let go to grow, or you're going to kill your own growth. And the crazy thing is, you can't have it both ways. So by you thinking, I have to be the one in charge of marketing, I have to be the one selling, I have to be the one running the jobs, I have to be the one doing the billing and all the invoicing, I have to be the one doing all the hiring and training, your business is dying. Not because of the economy, interest rates, the weather. Your business is dying because of you. And at some point, you're going to figure it out. When your business is sinking or when you're too exhausted to do anything else. And you're finally resigned to the fact that I can't do this all on my own. Hey contractors, let me tell you something real quick. A lot of contractors struggle because the business they created has them feeling stuck. If you feel trapped inside of your contracting business, still wearing all the hats and can't seem to get ahead, well, we'd love to help. We're offering a free planning session where we'll show you how to remove the chaos from your business and grow predictably. If you're interested, you need to go to our website, www.americancontractornetwork.com, and book your free session now. All right, that's it for me. Let's get back to the show. Now, what is this costing you? Well, I don't know. Put a dollar sign on it. Think about this. What are you saying no to because you're too busy? And this may not be a no that's a verbal coming out of your mouth. This is a no that you forgot to respond to that potential bid or estimate. This is a no because you couldn't get to the phone in time. This is a no because your numbers weren't accurate on the project and they didn't go with you. This is a no because you didn't submit your invoice in time, and so now you got to wait another 30 days to get paid. These are the no's that keep popping up in your business. And you have no one else to blame for it except for you. So think about it this way. What would the opposite of doing everything be? It's scary, isn't it? Doing nothing. And that's not what this conversation is about. You see, I've dealt with contractors doing $250,000 a year that didn't want to let go. I've dealt with contractors doing $18 million a year and not wanting to let go. Letting go isn't the issue. The issue is you don't trust people around you. Why? Because you've never been able to trust people in the past. You've gotten really good at one thing. And what's that? Doing everything. But you'll never grow your business until you learn to let go. Now, I got to get something out of the way. Letting go doesn't mean stop doing everything and just either sub out the work or hire somebody to do it. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is answering a very simple question. There's a book called Who, Not How. It's not about you figuring out how to sell more or how to do more. It's about you figuring out who can help you do that. I'll give you a perfect example. If you're doing over $500,000 a year, you should not be answering your phone. Oh, did he just say that? Yeah, he said that. Why? Because you can either get an AI agent, if you trust your AI platform, you can hire somebody in the Philippines for $10 an hour, or you can hire somebody locally for $15 to $17 an hour to answer your phone, which means you don't. Which means if you're not worried about answering the phone or returning phone calls, what could you be doing? Oh, I don't know. Probably something that you're good at, like marketing or sales or running jobs. Does that make sense? Now, as you go to build your team, that's the question you have to answer. Who do I need to hire? Not how do I need to do more of this on my own? Let's take the job site, for example. It doesn't matter if you're a GC or remodeler or you're a trade business owner. You're going to have to run a job. And you're going to want jobs run a certain way, which is why you keep finding yourself on the job site, even though that's not where you should be. The only way you're going to learn to let go is what? Is to put yourself in a position where you're only doing what you're really good at, and you've learned to delegate the rest. Your books, for example, you shouldn't be doing those. The sooner, the better. Get out of the weeds. What you need is somebody who tells you exactly what's happening in your business and exactly what you need to do. That's what you need. If you really want your business to grow this year, you have to learn to focus on what will allow your business to grow. And ultimately, it's not more you, it's less you. And it's building a team around you that you can trust so that you can grow. It's allowing yourself the time spent on strategy and on growth, right? Big picture items on the business, not in it, that's going to give you what it is that you want out of your business. Remember, you didn't get into your business to make money. You got into your business to keep money and to create the freedom that you ultimately want to live. All right, you know what time it is. It's time to get after it. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Thanks for listening to the Success Unleashed podcast. Before we go, show some love for your favorite podcast by liking, subscribing, and leaving us a review. Until we see you again, it's time to get after it. 3, 2, 1, off you go.